What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV with some news. LaMelo Ball has decided to go back to high school and get his high school diploma. LiAngelo Ball, his brother, intends to go to the G League if he can make the G League. And he thanks his dad for the JBA opportunity. That's LaVar Ball's league, and also playing overseas. But now he's decided to go back to high school and get his diploma. And my first question was, how is he eligible to play high school ball when he's already accepted money as a professional ball player? And that's because this is a prep school and not a public high school. So he'll be eligible to play at the prep school. A lot of the stars went to prep schools. I think Brandon Jennings, other guys like Bill Walker, OJ Mayo. A lot of these guys went to prep schools, and LaMelo Ball is going to go to prep school at Spira, I guess is the name of it, in Ohio. First game is November 13th. And I think it's safe to say that, LaVar Ball messed his kid up by taking him the wrong route. He should have stayed in high school, got his high school education, went to college, and then went the pro route, Some people think LaMelo could be the best of the Ball brothers, and usually the baby is always the best one. Zab Judah was, I think, the youngest of all his brothers. He ended up being the best fighter. So he's seen everybody's mistakes, and I think LaMelo is a good player. He's just wild and out of control, and he needs to learn how to harness his game and not to be so Steph Curry is. He's just the opposite of Lonzo. He want to jack up shots and shoot as soon as he come off half court, and that's the Steph Curry effect. Steph Curry has had the biggest impact on the NBA of any player in the last, I say, 20 years. I say almost 20 years, talking about Jordan. He's revolutionized the three-point shot, and he got kids like LaMelo Ball taking, shots right off of half court, right over half court, and taking a bunch of three-point shots, and he's changed the game. What Jordan was and Dominique Wilkins was for the dunk and Dr. J was for the dunk is what Steph Curry is for the three-point shot. And LaMelo Ball is a Steph Curry baby, He loves to jack up those threes, and that's going to be the new style in the NBA until somebody comes and change it. Also, LaMelo Ball's teammate is a 7'7" center that was playing like middle school ball. That's what they said, middle school ball with smaller kids. He looks like a video game character. This guy's 7'7", and basically don't even have to jump to dunk the ball. I'll link the article in the description. You can look at them. So they got somewhat of a powerhouse institution going on, with prep school going on here. But LaVar Ball, let's address this elephant in the room. LaVar Ball has messed his son's career up. That's what he did. He messed LiAngelo Ball messed his career up. Okay? He opened the door for that BS. When he went over to China, stealing them clothes, he opened the door for LaVar Ball to find another route. And ultimately, they drug LaMelo there with him. Okay? That's what it was. If LiAngelo Ball didn't go over there in China stealing, I don't think LaVar Ball would have pulled him out of UCLA. Period. Thus, for LiAngelo Ball's mistakes, became the burden of LaMelo Ball. So they both went overseas to play wherever, Yugoslavia, wherever they, Lithuania, that's what it was, wherever they was playing at. And they messed this kid's career up for some money. They should have left this dude in high school, took him to a prep school, let him develop, and go to college. And if his career doesn't turn out the way it should turn out, I'm pretty sure you're going to see a point in time where LaMelo turns on LaVar Ball. Now, was this LaMelo Ball's decision or LaVar Ball's decision? I don't know. LaMelo announced it on Twitter. Obviously, LaVar Ball gave him his blessings. He's been very, very quiet. He just came out and said something about the Lakers the other day, but he's been very, very quiet. And like I say, he should have never left out of high school, took the shoe deal, had his own shoes. He took the quick money instead of the longevity of getting money in his career if this doesn't work out for him. I pray that it work out for him. Pray that his dad that makes his career up. He's very, very talented. He can hoop. He can ball. I think he may be the most well-rounded brother if everything come full circle for him. He can learn how to play the game the right way. But we'll see. We'll see for him slapping the guy over there overseas. The players over in Lithuania getting mad at him because he was just like a wild mongoose or something, or wild hedgehog they call him. He didn't listen to nobody. All he did was jack up shots and take a bunch of shots. That's going to have to change. He's going to have to change his style. He got to become a true team player, a true off guard or forward, because he's still growing. He's going to change his game and be less of a ball hog and more of a team player. And if he changes and become more of a team player and don't jack up as many shots and learn how to facilitate and be a little bit more like Lonzo, he'll be okay in the league. He got all the talent. He got a lot of experience playing with grown men. He got a lot of experience playing at JBA, living the professional lifestyle. He has a leg up on his competition if he ends up getting drafted. He got a leg up on everybody else because he was a high schooler that lived the professional lifestyle, going to practice, playing with grown men. He lived that lifestyle, knowing, seeing what to do with his spare time, over in a foreign country. And it might end up where he might have to go play overseas. He might not be drafted in the NBA right away. He might have to go to Europe. But it's going to come a point in time, one of these boys going to turn on LaVar Ball. And I think he's going to be the first one because LaVar always cutting into him. He seemed to be the rebel of the bunch. The younger one is going to be the one that tell LaVar Ball about himself and cut off from him. I'm telling y'all. If it's going to be either one of the three, it's going to be him. He gonna be the one that lash out LaVar Ball and they end up going to come to blows or come to a physical altercation or verbal altercation. He gonna cut away from LaVar Ball. I'm telling you. He is. You could tell he the rebel. And this probably was ultimately his decision to go back and take this route and go to high school and get his degree. So he'd been probably taking high school classes. He had a tutor, so getting credit. So he finished his high school, his senior year out. See how it go for him. But he's not eligible to go to college. Let me say that. He's not eligible to go back to go to college. He's already killed his amateur status when he went and got a shoe deal, when he went and took money in the JBA, when he went and went overseas and took money as a professional ball player over there. His college status is nuked. He can't go to college. And, he was looked to be a one and done anyway, so. But he didn't get to enjoy the traditional route. He didn't get to enjoy what Lonzo did out there, wherever they from. At their high school, he didn't get to enjoy that traditional route and enjoy his senior year, enjoy growing up in high school. And maybe at this prep school, he get a piece of his teenage life back. Because, with Michael Jackson, he didn't have his teenage life. Joe Jackson took it away from him. He was dancing, and for the rest of his life, he was trying to get his childhood and his teenage life back. And they messed that boy head up. And hopefully they didn't do it to LaMelo. Hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully at this prep school, he can enjoy, his senior year in high school like a senior should. He can go to class, catch up with girls, catch up with video games, making friends, and get that social life back. Because ultimately, you don't get to go to high school but once. You know what I'm saying? With most people. You don't get to enjoy that experience but once. So, hopefully he enjoy that experience. He become a teenager and get to be a teenager, drink pop, eat candy, go out to the movies, go date girls, and live a normal life, and he can get that back. But eventually, LaVar Ball ain't going to run this one. I'm trying to tell y'all. At a certain point in time, he going to stud up on LaVar Ball and tell LaVar about himself, man. That's coming, man. So, good for LaMelo. Get to finish his high school career up, play at a prep. He's eligible for prep school because it's not a public high school. He's eligible to play for prep school, but he's not eligible to play college ball. Okay, let's get that clear. It's good for the Sports TV. Like I said before, if I didn't mention it, I'll link the article to the description. Shout out to everybody that's holding us down, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. Sharing the videos, tweeting them out. We on Twitter, Facebook. Also, you can email me. All the information is in the description, as well as, the instrumentals in the intro. If you want to email me, sponsorship, business, or, you want to DM me for video requests, you can hit me up at Twitter, add me at Twitter, DM me at Twitter, DM me on Facebook. You join our Facebook group. Shout out to everybody that's in there. Also, if you want to make a donation to the channel, that link's in the description as well. Salute to everybody who do donate to the channel. Continue to share the videos, man. I definitely appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell icon. We'll miss another video or live stream. And y'all know what the business is, man. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. And y'all know what the business is. Live from Detroit. What up, though, to all my Detroiters. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.